All right, so Edifier reached out to me and offered to send over the Neobuds Pro. These came out around the middle of last year, and they got some pretty high praise from a lot of people here on YouTube. So going into this review, I figured they were going to be pretty solid, and I will say they're not perfect, but when it comes to strictly sound quality, these are definitely top tier. And it makes sense because these are using a dual driver setup, and they offer high resolution audio with LDAC and LHDC audio codecs. So the price on these is 130 bucks, but right now there is a coupon available on Amazon that takes these down to about 100 bucks. And at that price, these are extremely competitive, especially if sound quality is your main priority. So with the charging case, you're getting this black and sort of brushed metal design. It has a matte finish with some branding on the lid, and you have this pretty fancy LED indicator on the front. Over on the back is where you have your Type-C charging port. Now, one thing that would have really set these apart is wireless charging. If they had managed to squeeze that into the list of specs, then these really would have been tough to beat. You have a pairing button on the inside, and overall the case is solid. The build quality is up to par, and the black and silver design does help the case stand out. So with the earbuds, this design is one that we've seen from Edifier in the past, so it closely resembles the MB2 as well as the MB2 Pro. We have the same black and silver design just like the case, and these are using touch controls. Unfortunately, they don't give you all of your controls at once, but you do have app support, and within the app, you can customize your controls for both the left and the right earbud. So with a little creativity, you can get really close to having all of your controls at your fingertips. So these are running Bluetooth 5.0. As far as audio codecs, they support SBC, AAC, LDAC, and LHDC for high resolution audio. They do support independent use, so you can use either earbud while the other is in the charging case. When it comes to battery life, you're looking at roughly 5 hours with active noise cancellation turned on, and around 6 hours with active noise cancellation turned off. Including the case, you're looking at a total of around 18 hours. So I would say the battery life is one of the very few things that could be a little bit better, because if you're looking for a pair of earbuds to get you through a full 8-hour workday, you are going to have to throw these into the charging case at least once. Especially if you plan on using active noise cancellation as well as the high resolution audio codecs. Those two together are certainly going to eat up that battery life a lot faster. These do, however, support quick charge, so just 10 minutes in the case will give you about an hour of listening time. For those of you that are into mobile gaming, these do have a low latency mode, which is going to reduce latency to around 80 milliseconds, so that should help keep any sort of audio lag or delay to a minimum. As far as durability, these have an IP54 dust and water resistant rating, so these are going to be perfectly fine for the outdoors as well as the gym, but it's not a pair that you want to completely submerge in water. So when it comes to the fit, it's pretty straightforward. If you've ever had a pair of stem style earbuds before, then you know what to expect. They do give you a total of 7 different sets of ear tips to experiment with to help you find the best possible fit for your ears. For me and my smaller sized ears, these are no issue. They stay in place fairly well, so I would have no problem wearing these to the gym. The touch controls are easy to use, and one thing that's really nice is that you can actually adjust the level of sensitivity for the controls within the Edifier app. So that's a convenient feature that you don't really see on most earbuds. Also, as I mentioned, you can customize the configuration of the controls, so if you don't like the default setup, you can come up with your own. Now let's go ahead and talk about the sound, which is definitely the highlight when it comes to these earbuds. So within the Edifier app, you do have EQ customization. So you have 2 presets, you have classic and dynamic, and then you also have a 4-band equalizer that you can adjust yourself. If you're really picky with your sound quality, you can even adjust the exact frequency of each band on the equalizer. So that's going to allow you to get really granular with your adjustments. So overall, these have some incredible bass. It's very tight, it's very punchy, and if you feel like it's a little bit too strong, obviously you can scale it back within the EQ. As far as the treble and the clarity, that's really where you get the advantage of having that dual driver setup. So you're getting some amazing detail Everything like your vocals and your instrumentation comes through super clear, and it maintains a great level of separation between the bass and the treble. These are also giving you some excellent active noise cancellation. They're claiming around 42 decibels of noise reduction. So if you're able to get a really good seal with the right size ear tips, these are going to give you some very good performance. They do an amazing job at canceling out lower frequencies, so these are going to be great if you do a lot of traveling. Also, you do have a high and a low setting, so you do have some flexibility depending on your needs. When it comes to the ambient mode or the transparency mode, it does work very well as far as allowing you to hear your surroundings, but it does give you a little bit of that hiss or that white noise, especially on the max setting. You do have 3 different levels, so using the first or the second level does help keep the white noise to a minimum. Now, when it comes to phone calls, these are using a total of 6 microphones with noise canceling technology, which should help focus in on your voice and eliminate any background noise. So let's go ahead and test out the microphones to give you an idea of the call quality. All right, so this is a microphone test of the Edifier Neobuds Pro. Right now we have quiet conditions. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Now let's see how they sound once we add some background noise. All right, so now we got some crowd noise being played on a speaker. So this should give you a rough idea as to how you would sound if you choose to take calls in a more noisy environment. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. So overall, as I mentioned in the intro, these aren't perfect. Specifically, I do think the battery life could be a little bit better, but when you talk about flagship sound quality, these definitely deliver. So that's my video on the Edifier Neobuds Pro. If you're interested in grabbing a pair, be sure to check out the affiliate links down in the description for the most up-to-date price. Also, if you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up as well as subscribe to the channel. You can also follow me on social media to stay up to date on all the reviews that I'll have coming up. And aside from that, as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.